Hi and welcome to Black Country Blitz. How you doing all? Right, thought I'd make this quick little video. Back in December last year, like so many of us, I purchased a Logitech G920. From then I bought a Tobii tracking bar to do with Euro Truck and American Truck Simulator. As them games, you need some kind of tracking motion. Otherwise, I was crashing all the while, trying to use a mouse and drive. Since then, I've purchased quite a lot of sim racing games. The one you can see on the screen, Assetto Corsa, Project Cars, Assetto Corsa Competizione, F1 2018, F1 2019, Wreckfest, Rally 2.0, FIA Truck Racing, did I say Wreckfest? That's another one. So, you know, there's quite a few car racing games on different levels. Anyway, one night I'm sat here, or not particularly here, but on the Logitech. I'm playing Wreckfest, and Wreckfest needs a wheel that can spin freely. Now with the Logitech G920, it ain't gonna happen. I turned the wheel one way, and it felt like the cogs inside the wheel went the other way. Now, after just over 4 weeks, I'd already broke the gear shifter. That broke on me. I lost a reverse gear. I had to map my reverse gear to the wheel itself. You have a big white centre white ring on a Logitech G920. That was my reverse gear. So I'd already feeling a bit iffy about Logitech after just over 4 weeks. Again, when this plasticky sound went one way with me playing Wreckfest, I said to my good friend Mark, if I can get the money, I'm going to upgrade my equipment, and that's what I've done. Now, like so many others, I did a little bit of research. I've seen the name over and over again in games, Fanatec this, Fanatec that. People have gone on about them. They've got good reviews, and like other people, they've got some negative, but there's more positive than negative. And of course, with them in lots of games, sponsors, they could just be any old rubbish. So then it was, do I go direct drive or do I go with a belt driven? Well, it all comes down to it though, folks, money. So money wise, I've got enough to do a screen, a stand, a rig, a wheel, yeah, and a few other added accessories. But if I'd have gone direct drive, that would have meant direct drive, screen, stand, this, but nothing else. I would have had to say for a wheel, pedal, shifter, handbrake, you don't get them when you just buy the base. So I bought the V2.5 ClubSport bundle, which is the base, the Forza sports wheel, Motorsports wheel, the Xbox hub, the shifter, and the V3 Fanatec pedals. And I must say, coming from the Logitech to this, it's heaven. Now I know I've seen reviews on YouTube, people saying I could never go back to a belt driven. Now they've got a direct drive. Again, I don't think I could go back to my Logitech now I've got this belt driven. So if anybody's thinking about upgrading from anything in that lower bracket to a Fanatec, then I can highly recommend this. And this is just after a month. Would I say my driving's got better? slightly, yeah, because what you call feel in the Logitech, you can feel in this V2.5. Again, people say you can feel it even more with the direct drive. I couldn't tell you that because I've never drove or I've never gamed with a direct drive. I wish I could, but hey, times are hard and you have to do with what you've got, and I'm satisfied with what I have. Also, with the change I had over, I bought the F1 Esports wheel, again from, of course, F1 games, F2018-19, and any GT style wheels in game. So of course with the set of Corsa Competizione, them kind of wheel shape in the game, rather than having the round wheel. Not that I call use the round, but it's better. It seems a lot better to steer with one of them. Again, people who already know about Fanatec already probably know this, but if this is for people that don't know it, I don't know if all manufacturers of deer kind of wheels, but Fanatec, you can do all the settings on the fly. Now, if you're a subscriber or you follow the channel, you know I used to use tail tracking. Again, I've gone down the road of a 50-inch TV 4K rather than a monitor. Again, a monitor was too much. A 50-inch television, what, a couple of £100. With a monitor, you're talking £700 plus to get a decent monitor. And again, you ain't got that size 50 inches. So again, I've got a television, I can watch telly, I can do a bit of everything as well as gaming, where you can only monitor is a monitor. So, and a lot cheaper. But I used, like I said, I used to use tail tracking, couldn't use that, so I had to get another form of head tracking. Again, a while going down the road of a VR headset, because that's like a minefield at the moment with so many different brands of VR headsets now coming out on the market for 2019. I'm like, at least with any head tracking, any tail tracking and track IR. So again, that is what I'm wearing in the video that's playing behind this. This is the track clip. I bought the bundle, I bought the cap. Again, you don't get the cap, you just get the clip. You get like a IR light, which is similar to a webcam. And if you buy the Pro clip, it fits onto headphones. Now, personally, me, I prefer the clip, this one. If I put the hat on, play the game, take the hat off, put the hat down, whatever, go about my business, come back, put the hat back on, straight in the game, working fine. I found with the Pro clip, because it's fixed to your headphones, if you knock the Pro clip and then you put your headphones on, you got a chance of just off centre a little bit. So it ain't too much, it ain't a problem, but I'd rather have this. And again, I'll still put my headphones on, because I put that on first, and then as you can see on there, put my headphones over. So job's a good one. Again, I've got a pair of little cordless ones that go in my ear holes. Do the same job. As long as I can hear and nobody's hearing it, then all good. So again, that's to tracking. TV instead of a monitor, the Fanatec bundle, and the F1 wheel. The next thing was the console where I'm sitting in. I've brought in the past a lot of items from a company called Scan PC, which is in Bolton, here in the UK, and the guys are fantastic. They built my beast of a PC, which is over there, the one I used to play game on, which is for my photography. And I bought monitors, solid state drives, all sorts, M.2 drives and whatever, and they're really helpful. So I'd gone to have a look at another PC for this console, for the setup like, and lo and behold, I seen this come up, Next Level Racing Cockpit. I was like, I'm selling cockpits. And I'd set my heart on a different brand from a different company. I'm glad that the item was out of stock when I had the money, because the reviews that this one, what I was going to buy, is getting now is really bad. Before I purchased this one, I was reading about how the foot plate where you put your brakes on and all that would move, would flex as you press your brakes. Honestly, hand on heart, this Next Level Racing GT is solid. The whole construction of it is solid. There's that many bolts to put this together. This ain't going nowhere. Now, it does state on their website, and it does show on a YouTube video, that this is direct drive ready. So basically, it can take a direct drive wheel. Now, don't forget, this is only a belt driven. The only thing that rattles on this is, if I just show you, because this hasn't got, it's alright, I'm just going to have to go camera, no accessory to put your keyboard and mouse on. That's the only gripe I've got with this stand. They don't do, you've probably seen the stands where they come up and they swing over so you can do your keyboard and your mouse stuff, and then you move that out of the way. For this stand, they haven't made one. Another one at Next Level Racing make, there's one for that, but it doesn't fit this, and that's a shame. The only keyboard they've got and mouse stand for this is a freestanding one. It's £150, and again, for what it is, I'm sorry guys, but I ain't paying 150 quid for just a little thing that's going to slide under, and again, I will lean over like that rather than having my mouse here and that. I would have preferred you make it just a little bolt with the pivot on, with a tray, and I might even modify and make one myself. I just got to find a piece of metal to go over so I can swing it, put a flat base on. I ain't bothered about it being all fancy with all names. I can trim it up. You know, in this day and age, eBay, Amazon, yeah, you know what I'm saying. £150, that's a little bit too much for what it is. So what I've done for the time being, these cost me about £6 at the time. Before I bought my Noble PC chair, these was armrests for my desk. Again, not the desk I've got over there. A desk I used to have. There was no armrests on the chair. Then I bought the Noble, and then I've changed the desk totally. These went redundant, and I just put them in a cupboard. When I got the rig, I thought, right, I need to put a keyboard and a mouse on something. There ain't enough room. By the time you put the base on, there's only about that much room either side. Not a lot of room to put anything on. So these come on clamps. So I clamped them down, and of course they rotate. On the one with the keyboard, it's Velcro on that, Velcro on the keyboard. That is the only thing that rattles. Don't move. I don't know what's the matter with this Velcro, but it's solid. Don't move. And sometimes when the wheel, it rattles the keyboard, and if I just bang that, you might hear it. It just does that a little bit. But, you know, I can handle that. But that has just saved me, what, 12 quid? A little bit of Velcro. Saved me 150, what, 140 quid? You know, it's a lot of money for what that Next Level Racing keyboard freestanding. I ain't being a penny pincher, but, you know, you got to think that could be an headset, that could be a better webcam. You know what I mean? You've got to utilise your money and buy. It's like with a Fanatec, what is it? Yeah, handbrake. I've only got a few games that have got handbrake facilities in, like V-Rally. I need a handbrake for that. I don't need one, but it's good to have one. But again, we're paying, I think it's 150, 160 quid for a Fanatec one, when I can buy one that's going to do the job, and it only cost me 50 quid. Yeah, that's what I did. So again, the handbrake out of Fanatec one does the same job. Again, it's a bit flimsy, but for what I use it for, it'll do me fine. So there you go, folks. That is what's happened with me and all the stuff I've upgraded to and the reason why. So if there's anybody there now sitting watching this and thinking, well, I've got the money to do this, all I can say is, one, you won't be disappointed if you do get the Fanatec V2.5, and if you get the next level racing cockpit to put it on, you definitely won't be. And these don't take up a lot of space. This is something I wished, again, I could have got a tape measure out and measured, so I just put my hat on. I'm so used to wearing this hat now in the house, it's unbelievable. I could have got a tape measure out and measured how long it's going to be, but I ain't got a lot of room. My door to get in is right behind me. Now, all I have to do is I push the wheel back, I step out, I push the wheel forward, and then I'll get out of my bedroom. But I can have this in a small space. I think it's just, it ain't much longer than 4 foot. Might be just a little bit longer than 4 foot from the edge of it to the back. Again, it does vary how much you push the chair out and how much you push it back in, but it ain't much more than 4 foot. And again, with the TV stand, that pushes in as well, so you have your TV virtually touching the base if you so wish that. Again, where I've got mine, I don't need to, so I push the TV back and I've got a bit that much gap between the actual base and my television screen. So, you know, and it's a good little setup. Again, I'm happy with what I've got. Another monitor here, but again, the PC I'm running on at the moment, it ain't that powerful to run 4K, another monitor. I struggle even with OBS at the moment. So at the moment I've got to wait until I've got enough money to get a better PC with more cores and, you know, a better graphics card, and then we can all go. If worst comes to worst, I'll struggle and get my beast of a PC and swap PCs over. But that's if the worst comes to the worst. If not, if I can manage with this till I've got enough money, then so be it. I mean, it's got an NVIDIA 1070 graphics card, it's just the processor that's letting me down. It's either the CPU's at 100% or the graphics card's at 100%. Yeah, it's only a 4-core PC. It ain't built for, well, it's supposed to be built for gaming, but again, it was purchased from PC World by my dad. My dad ain't got a clue. Again, I wouldn't have gone to PC World. That's what I think of PC World. Currys, nah. They ain't for PC. They wouldn't know what a high-spec PC was if it bit them on the arse. That's me saying it nicely. Anyway, we won't go there. So I will end that. So if you do watch this, you've got the readies, go and get one. You won't be disappointed. And as we say here in the Black Country, so on a bit.